Good morning, Kip Courage, and happy Tuesday. It's Miss Regev, and I'm going to be talking to you today about our new hashtag, #PayItForward. So last week, you may have written your character strengths from the character strength test you took during hypnotizing on one of these bulletin boards. We have two in the upper school and lower school. And the idea was to get a picture of what our strengths are as a school. If you haven't done that already, you'll be doing it this week. One strength that we're working on this month is social intelligence, specifically around kindness and teamwork. One way that we can make sure to be kind and to include all of our teammates is by including others, even if it's hard to do and even if it's not something we always want to do. So let's go ahead and watch this cute video about including others.
Hi, I'm Mila.
Oh, and Elmo's Elmo.
And we are here to tell you about the word include.
Include.
Now, the word include means to let someone into a group. And right now, we'd like to show you include. But we can't. You see, these two sheep are dancing, but they aren't letting Elmo dance with them.
Elmo's not included.
No. And tell me, Elmo, how does it feel to not be included?
Well, Miss Miller, it does not feel good.
No.
It doesn't feel good at all.
I didn't think so.
In fact, Elmo feels kind of sad that he's not included.
Wait! Stop the music!
What's going on?
Well, we don't want Elmo to feel sad.
You don't?
No, in fact, we want Elmo to be happy.
You do?
Yeah, that's why we want him to join us.
Yeah.
So you want to include Elmo?
Yes! Come join us, Elmo!
Oh, boy, Elmo's included!
Well, there you have it. The word include means to let someone in the group. And the sheep just included Elmo.
Stop the music! Stop the music!
What's going on now, guys?
We want to include someone else.
Who?
You!
Me?
Music!
This week you'll be getting your journal that you'll be using all year when we do character activities during homeroom. So what you're going to do in your journal this week, the first thing you'll do is write your name and your top 5 strengths on the cover. Then you'll write a paragraph about a time that you included someone, even if it was hard. So you'll talk about what happened, how it made you feel, and how it made them feel. So I have an example of this. I have an aunt who is kind of difficult to be around sometimes. Sometimes she makes inappropriate comments, she's a little older, and it's a little annoying to be around her if I'm going to be completely honest. And we were planning a family dinner and I was thinking to myself, man, I bet you that it would be more fun for me maybe if she wasn't there because, you know, she's hard to be around. And then I thought to myself, you know what? She lives alone and she doesn't have a car, and so I bet you like when she gets around people, sometimes she just gets so excited, which is why she maybe talks a lot and makes inappropriate comments. So I bet you would really make her day to be included. So I invited her to this dinner and we ended up having a good time. And yeah, she made some silly comments, but it's okay. Like, who doesn't make silly comments every now and then? And I know that it made me feel much better to have her be included and that she felt much better to be included. She was smiling and laughing, and I really think it made her night. And she even emailed me the next day to say, you know, thank you so much for having me over. I really appreciated it. So I'm glad that I ended up including her, even if initially it's not something I wanted to do. So you'll do the same thing in your journal this week. You'll write about a time like that when you included someone, even if maybe you didn't want to at first. We're also starting our new hashtag #PayItForward this week. We'll do this hashtag for the rest of the month and maybe even into October. So paying it forward starts with doing something nice for someone. So that can be like including someone that you might not normally include. It can mean saving them a seat at lunch, or asking them to work with you on a project or homework, inviting them to hang out over the weekend. It can also mean like doing someone a favor, something nice for someone. So helping them with their things if they have heavy things, holding their door open, or asking how you can help. Then, when they're really grateful because you've done something nice and they say, "That's so nice of you, how can I repay you or what can I do?" you say, "Pay it forward. Do something nice for someone else or do the same thing for someone else." Your homeroom teachers have a card for every one of you. And what you'll do is when you do something nice for someone, you put your initials on it and hand them the card and tell them to pay it forward to do something nice for someone else. So for example, let's say that Miss Baum bought me a cup of coffee last week or a cup of tea since she knows that I really like tea. So she buys me a cup of tea and she gives me the card with her initials on it. And then I decide I want to bring Mr. Hambly lunch one day from Chick-fil-A since I know he loves that. So I give Mr. Hambly the card and put my initials on it and I say pay it forward. And so he thinks to himself, man, it would be really nice if I could offer to babysit for Mr. and Mrs. V so that they can have a nice date night. So he does that and he gives Mr. V a card with his initials on it. And eventually we have all these initials on the card and a chain of all these nice things that we've done for each other. So that's our goal for the month, is to get a bunch of kind things that we've done for each other at Kip Courage. We'll check back in with you in a few weeks and see how it's going. I hope you have a wonderful week and I can't wait to hear about all the great things that you're doing for each other. Bye y'all.